such a lot of fun last week installing a new pond, and it's been so good to chat to you all as well. I've had loads of great comments and lots of good advice and lots of tips and tricks and do's and don'ts, so it's all very helpful. I do think that I forgot to say that it was 50 litres. It's a 50 litre pond, the one that we have installed, and I think that works out about 11 gallons or so. It's lovely, I love it. I run out first thing in the morning to have a look to see if there's anything here, and the whole experience has been an awful lot of fun. And best of all, quite a lot of you have said that you're thinking of doing this as well, so that has made me very happy. What I need to do now is plant around the edges and make it a nice enclosed haven for wildlife. At the moment it's very bare. We need to try and cover up the edges a little bit. But I've been shopping around my garden. I've been walking around, so I've got quite a lot of things in that are getting a little overcrowded. So I'm going to see what I have and relocate them to this area. I've got a fantastic candidate just behind me, which I'll show you, and then see what gaps are left, and if there are gaps, then perhaps a little trip to the garden centre will be in order. So the first thing that I am going to move is this, a gorgeous NANDINA, and it's just stunning. But if you have a look at my blue spruce next to it, you can see that it has not enough room. And I think what I'll do as well, which I'm quite excited about, is I will take off all the lower leaves on the NANDINA, and I'm going to raise its canopy, so kind of topiarise it. I think that will look a beautiful structure. And these are the old leaves at the bottom, so we're left with the beautiful new ones, and I think that that will be fabulous over by the pond. The next thing that's on the list to be moved is this, my beautiful Ilex Crenata cloud prune topiary, but as you can see it's getting lost in amongst the hydrangea, and I think that needs to shine on its own. I think definitely this Ilex Crenata could look beautiful over there more as a statement piece. And then I have this lamium, which is just loving its life. The bees love it too. It's spread enormously, but it's squashing this heuchera. You can see I've got a lovely yellow heuchera right down here that's getting covered. And then the other thing is I have this Japanese maple. It's called Little Princess. Very pretty. I might well move that over by the pond. I have dug up some Carexes which were by the blue spruce, which you saw earlier. I'm going to put them all the way around the edge and see what that looks like. Right. And now I'm going to take off all the lower older leaves and see what it looks like. I don't even know if it's one stem, multi-trunk, whatever is going to look beautiful. So should we do that, Lottie? Yes? So I'm just going to go in and, oh, snails, yuck. Leave the frogs, cut them off as best I can. I like it. I think it looks more architectural, it looks interesting. There were snails everywhere, all in the bottom, so that's where they all go. So one less place for them to congregate. So let's jiggle these around and see what I like the look of best. think this NANDINA now offers some shade. Obviously, it depends on the time of the day, but it offers some shade to the pond. I like the little princess there. I like the architectural structure of that. Had an epiphany last night looking at this. I suddenly dawned on me, this Japanese maple, Acer, little princess, beautiful, still love it, but it's going to lose all its leaves in the autumn and the winter, and all its leaves are going to fall into my little wildlife pond, and I hadn't even considered that. So this little princess is going to have to go. So I thought I need something evergreen to take its place. So I went over to my garden centre because I needed to get 3 bunches of oxygenating plants just to add some more. You know, more the merrier, I thought. And yeah, I was looking around and I very nearly bought this beautiful blue conifer. Absolutely stunning. I had it in the trolley. I was wheeling it over to the paying point, and it was very expensive. It was £160. Now that, my trachycarpus, I don't think cost £160. Fell in love with it, but I thought, I can't spend that much money on a plant. So I thought, right, I'll put it back, which I did, and I thought I'm going to go to my local nursery, see if they've got anything, and they had this for a fraction of the price. And isn't it beautiful? No, it's not as tall, it's not as standard, but I think I'm going to make it into a little mini standard. This, believe it or not, was £25. So nurseries are good, very good value. If you can find a good nursery, they're worth their weight in gold, and we should support them as much as our big garden centres as well. But sometimes you can find great bargains. This is a Superblue seedling, which is the same as the Superblue over there. They're very, very hardy, and they can take huge minus temperatures. They're evergreen, obviously. Now, what I thought I could do is take off the bottom few, because they're slightly spiky. I mean, the new growth is beautiful and soft, but they're slightly spiky, and of course I'm thinking of my frogs, my army, which is going to join me, and I don't want them roughing up their little bodies. So I'm going to take off quite a lot of the lower stems and make it into a little ball, a little mini standard. So I was kind of in there looking at the shapes, seeing what one is best candidate for a bit of topiary, and this one won the prize of joining me around the wildlife pond. So I'm going to put it in and then do a little bit of pruning. So I've planted it. I think the colour is just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and all I want to do is take off the very bottom branches so that it's not spiky at frog level. That's what I've taken off. My little army can move through their terrain easier. And if we put them side by side, my little one, which was £25, next to the one I loved in the garden centre, which was £160, well, I've saved myself quite a lot of money. And I've also added something. If you have a look down there, that is now the new little bird bath, which I've moved. Well, I had that, it was on a pedestal, and I thought that might be nice with a few rocks, and the frogs can sunbathe on the rocks, and the newts can, like, you know, have a little chill. So I just wanted to show you a video that I put on Instagram of Richard. He was making fun of me while I was getting so excited because I discovered fruit on my fruit trees.
Plum tree. Guess what? Guess what? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Plums! There's plums on there.
Plums. Plums. Oh, and have you ever seen this before, Richard? Look, we have, guess what, on the apple tree.
Don't tell me, don't tell me.
Yes.
Don't tell me, don't tell me.
An apple. And
Oh
not
my
just
God.
one apple, Rich.
2,
3.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. An apple on an apple tree. Oh my god. Who would have thought that?
Richard was actually making fun of me because I get so excited because I saw some fruit on a fruit tree, and he was mocking me. But I do actually share quite a bit on Instagram, so if you head over to Instagram and you want to follow me there, that would be great. And I do little more regular updates than my weekly videos. If you want to see more of Richard, because he does have a fan base, you know, and when he's not in a video, people miss him and ask about him. So anyway, these are the final adornments. You're going to love these. Totally unnecessary for a wildlife pond, but me being me, you know, I go into these things with all guns blazing. This is the little ladder. It's bendable. I'll put all these things on in my description box, but look, we need to help the little frogs and insects climbing out the pond. So this is going to go here, just to give them a little ladder. Well, there we go, a little bridge, so they can hop on the bridge. And I have another bridge. You will laugh at this. This is my other little bridge, which I thought could go over this side. Yeah, I need to sort of anchor it. Well, I'll go around that side in a minute and anchor that better. This, you are going to love this. This is my little frog house, a little hideaway where, because being amphibians, they're not in the water all the time. They need to come out onto land and they like hiding away. So I thought this would be perfect. It's actually for an aquarium tank for geckos and things like that. But I thought it would be perfect for my frogs. And I'm going to nestle that in there and they can hide away in there. And finally, a frog log. So it's got holes in. Now you can't say I haven't tried. so much fun putting together this wildlife pond, and I'm so excited to see what creatures do come along. And the funny thing I must say is I've had quite a few comments telling me the noise that frogs make in the summer evenings is often deafening. So I will let you know if that happens. If that happens, all well and good. I welcome them, and I hope that it's inspired some of you to maybe do the same. And I know all these little extras aren't necessary at all, but you know how I am, you know what I'm like, I cannot resist. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jeanette, I'm the Enthusiastic Gardener. Take care everyone and have fun in your gardens.